Hello, welcome to my channel. A few weeks ago, we asked for help for a murukoo recipe. We tried many, but we were unsuccessful. But along came the viewers with many recipes for us. I want to thank all the viewers who are so kind-hearted and gave me the recipe for murukoo. Few days ahead, we tried out this one recipe and it worked out very well. So I'm going to show you this recipe, but nevertheless, I am going to make everyone else's recipe in the near future. And thank you very much to Kershni who sent this recipe to Pranesh. It worked out very well and we want to show the viewers so they can make this murukoo for Diwali. I want to show you my first ingredient, which is cream of maize. Here I have 1.5 cup of cream of maize, which is very fine, and I want to show you all the packing of it. You can get it in any supermarkets. Why we using this? It's a finer form of mielie. I'm also going to add 3/4 cup of cake flour, and I also sieved my flour and my maize meal. To go with, I'm going to use a teaspoon of sesame seed, 1 teaspoon of old jeera, and then for the cooking, I'm going to use 2.5 cup water to begin with. But if called for a little more, I will add and adjust. I'm also going to use 1.5 teaspoon of fine salt, 1 tablespoon of margarine, and 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And because Pranesh likes it a little hot, I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. We are going to start by cooking of our flours. Using a thick base saucepan, I've got my heat on medium and I'm going to add in my 2.5 cup water to it. And I will let my water come to the boil. In the meantime, I'm going to mix my flours, put my cake flour in, maize meal, my teaspoon of jeera, and my teaspoon of sesame seed. I'm going to give this a good mix and leave aside. While my water is heating up, I'm going to add in my salt, my margarine, and my oil. I will allow this to come to a boil and then add in my paprika. My margarine has melted and I'm going to throw in my paprika. Now that my water is coming to the boil, I'm going to add in my flours, and I'm going to continue stirring till the liquid dries. To this point, I'm going to lower the heat. This is more like cooking a pup or minimal porridge. Now my flowers are cooked and my 2.5 cup water was enough, so I didn't have to adjust. And this is the way it has to get done, where all the flowers are combined together and no dry. You can see different types of flower and different location will need adjustment to the water amount. Now I'm going to switch my stove off and I am going to let this cool a little and then make a dough. I am going to transfer my dough into this dish and allow it to cool. It has been about 5 minutes and now my dough is a little cool, so I can handle it. We're just going to knead it a little bit, not too much. You cannot over knead. So there's a smooth log that I created, and as you know, minimal dries off very quick. I am going to quickly put it in a packet to rest. While this dough is resting, I'm going to show you what else I need. I did show you all my Murukoo machine. So I oiled up this disc that has one hole in the center, and I also oiled up the machine, and then I'm going to use a slotted spoon to form the Murukoo. This spoon we usually call channeling spoon in Hindi. I am going to form the murukoos on the back, so it will be easier for me to put it into the oil. And this planning was Pranesh, because the reason being my arthritis couldn't form a round circle, so it was his plan. I'm going to assemble my machine, putting my disc into and gradually twisting this very tight. I'm going to put my first batch of dough in, half of this. So this is the amount that wet. I'm going to push it in so there's no air vents. It's nice and tightly pressed in. Yeah. I'm going to put in the handle part. Go in straight. So this is ready. Now I'm going to heat up my oil. I have my stove on medium heat and I'm using my karai or 2.5 centimeter oil, and it's heating up. I'm going to show you all how I make the murukoo on back of the spoon. maybe 3 circles is enough. So I will take the center and press it so it won't split in the oil, and even the end of it. I'll quickly take a piece of dough and test the oil. You must just bear with me. Because of my arthritis, I will go a little slow. That's why I'm using the spoon, so you can form the murukoo easier. The oil is done. Let this rise up. My oil is heated up, and gently I'm going to place in my murukoo to the oil. See how easy it was? So I'll try to add in about 3. And I'm going to keep wiping the spoon. Otherwise the oil will allow it to slip easily. This is the second one. The first one has risen nicely, so most likely I can put 4 at a time. This too, that risen beautifully, it's ready to flip over. Allow that to fry, then I flip it over. My first lot of murukoo is ready, and how you know it's ready? When the bubbles of the oil go very low. So I'll start removing them, and thereafter I'll place it on my dripping tray. While I was frying out my murukoos, I was adjusting my stove from low to high. So now I'm just going to put it a little lower and start with my next batch, and I will continue till my dough is over. There you go, your crunchy looking murukoo that you can make for Diwali. I had made 3 batches, which can make 18 to 24, but depending on the sizes. As you can see, some went small, some went big. Okay, the choice is yours. I will break one quickly and show you all how crispy, and the sound. Can you hear the sound? It's not too hard and it melts into your mouth. And Pranesh has already tasted a few murukoos. It's a usual thing whenever I'm frying something, he tastes it. The salt was right, but you can adjust salt to your taste. This was the most successful of all the many recipes that we tried, and it was simple and easy thanks to Kershni. But I will give a try to all the recipes that I received when we have time. I want to wish all my viewers who are celebrating Diwali love and light over the festival season, and all the luck in the new year. Happy Diwali, and thank you all for watching, and enjoy.